These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com. Check it out.
You are watching SportsMatters TV.
Be sure to check out and support all our media partners. Sports Matters, bringing the sports home. I can hear you. How's things? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. It's been a while since we spoke, so it's great to have you back on with us.
Yeah. I know. I remember you. Last time we also spoke about when the fight against Velasquez. Yes.
Yeah. That was good times. Definitely. Listen, Denise, we have to speak about that fight first of all, okay? Obviously, look, you lost that fight on a split decision, but I think 85% of the world said it was the wrong call, okay? I spoke to you before that fight. Preparation was perfect. You know, you had a great fight. What was how did you address the situation after that fight? You know, it's a loss, but how did you address the situation? Because a lot of people thought you won the fight.
Yeah, well, that I had no injury. So just after the fight, we went a couple of days to New York. And that Monday, we went straight back. I went straight back to the gym again and went back to training. And just working on more skills, more ground skills. So I took the loss, but I know that I can work more. I can work harder. I can do more. So after that fight, straight away back to the gym and work on myself to be a better fighter, a complete MMA fighter.
Definitely. No, when you look back on that fight, because obviously you're in the fight, did you get a chance to watch the fight afterwards? Did you look at it straight away?
Well, after that was funny because after the fight, I didn't watch it and I couldn't see it anywhere, but when at the event, everyone, and even in New York, people will want to speak with me and told me you won that fight. So after that fight, I was just like completely I get so much energy from everyone that was telling me that I won that fight. And when I saw that fight back in Holland, and I couldn't believe that what happened there. But like what I said after the fight, the judges saw it not in my way, and the only thing that I can do is work harder and working on more skills to do the next time much more better, to be a more better completer fighter. So yeah, I see it as more motivation. I'm more motivated than ever after that fight. So
definitely. Yeah. And you actually remind me of me. Like you're very critical. Like you could put in a perfectionist performance, but you'll still find something to give out about. Like obviously to be the complete fighter, you know what I mean, there's a lot of hard work, but in our opinion, you are the complete fighter. So what kind of stuff have you worked on? It's the week before fight week. Like how different is this training camp to the last training camps?
Well, it's like I'm just working again with my head coach Bob Schrijver, and he have a vision. He have a fight vision of me that I for 1000% I believe in that vision, and everything that he say I do. I do it without even thinking about it. So his words I really trust, and when he say that I can also be more complete on the ground. Like last couple of months, I'm working so hard on my ground game and also even on takedowns. So yeah, to make me a better and completer MMA fighter. And that's why I also love this sport, because you never outlearned. You can always do better. So just get back to your learning schools and just work harder on yourself, and that's the best thing about MMA. You're never done and you're never there, because you can always do better. And that's what I did. So this fight camp, I just work like I fought almost a year ago, but it doesn't feel like that, because after that fight, I was straight back to the gym, and for my part, again in fight camp, because I see everyone in this division. I see that I can work on or work for it. And after that fight, I had a fight in December. But because of COVID and my work visa was not on time. That's why that fight was canceled. But for me, it was not that I take a vacation or something. I just went straight back to the gym, and now we are standing here in May next Friday for finally a fight again. So yeah, for me, I can't wait.
Definitely. And Denise, you have a fantastic team around you. Look, I speak to your team on a regular basis. Like, your team is incredible. What's it like to have such a good team behind you? Because look, that's very important when you're in a training camp, where you're in fight week. So what does your team mean to you? Because look, it's a great team you have around you.
Yeah, my team, they are everything, you know. I have my head coach, Bob Schrijver, and whole team Schrijver. All the boys there, they are every day, they're coming to the gym to just whip my ass, if I have to be like rude in my words. Sorry for that.
No,
But you
good.
know, they come to destroy me every time in the gym. They come to destroy me in every situation, on the ground, stand up. We spar really hard there, you know, and that team just make me so much better, so much sharper, and so much stronger, that if I stand against a girl, that it's gonna be like, really, is this everything that you have, you know? So my team, they are everything. And besides that, I have my husband, Hesti Kergus, you know, and he is just like he knows everything about me. He knows how I feel. He knows what I have to do. He knows, you know, he knows everything. And that's something that also, that's in my favor, that I have my husband is also my biggest motivation. You know, like
Yeah.
I sleep against my biggest motivation. So how bigger than that you couldn't imagine. And besides that, my nephew Ashraf Gerg is also my power and condition coach, and he just worked the plan with me, and I feel in every part of my body, I feel so much stronger, you know. So yeah, I'm 33 now, but I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. So this team just make me complete and make me a better completer MMA fighter in all circle ways.
I love it. And Denise, it's probably fair to say, look, this time around, you don't have to travel to the States. You're going to be in London. It's about an hour and a bit from Holland, obviously. That's obviously a big key going into this fight, because, look, we know sometimes when you go to America, there's a time difference, you know what I mean? There's the jet lag. So obviously, look, this is a lot better for you. And look, we know what kind of an atmosphere will be in London. You have a lot of, you know, fans in London. What's it going to be like to fight in London?
Well, amazing, you know, like also in my kickbox career, I fought a lot in London. And now for the third time again in this arena, I have something special in this arena, you know, and every time that I come to London, I win. And I win from, you know, from everything, and the whole crowd, the whole energy, the country, you know, I love London. So when I heard that I fought again in London, I was jumping around here. And yes, I can't wait to fight there, because the energy there feels so good and so like positive. I love the English crowd. I love the, you know, the energy that I get from them. And besides that, the country I also love, you know. We also go to museums and go to the park and just walk around in the city. And every time that I come there, just the minute that I come from the plane, I just smile and I think, yes, it feels like almost back home.
No, it does. It's a beautiful place. And like, you know, going into London, like, speaking of your opponent, like, I know you're never going to overlook an opponent, but you have a tough opponent, but you're obviously well equipped. You know, what kind of a camp have you had in towards preparation for your opponent? She's very tough, you know, very durable, but obviously, look, you have a great game plan going into this fight.
Yeah, well, my game plan, like, you know, every opponent is good in this division. You know, I fight now in the top 5, so I see everyone as a good opponent. And if I have to be honest, if I look at her last fights, I'm not really impressed by it. But that's why I think she's more dangerous, because I think that she's gonna prove now, and she have to, her best version against me. You know, so I'm just looking not at her skills or her last fight. I'm just looking at her as a fighter, and that she's going to be the best version of herself when she stands in that cage against in front of me. So that's the only thing I'm looking for. And you know, she has good skills, but I have better one. If my game plan work, then everyone in this division have a problem. So go to the ground. I'm ready for it. You want to stand up with me? I'm also ready. So it's not Denise, the kickboxer, and yeah, you have to go to the ground and then maybe, no, maybe not. Because this time I'm more complete than ever as an MMA fighter.
I love it. And Denise, it's probably fair to say, look, you win this fight, you know, we're highly expecting you to win the fight. You get your title shot. Surely. We know the titles change hands. So obviously, look, you're hoping for a title shot after this fight.
Yeah. You know, I always love to like focus on one fight and this fight, but I know for sure and in my heart and everything in my soul that I'm gonna leave everything in that cage, and I'm gonna leave also and do everything to not leave it to the judges and prove that I am the next one in line to fight against Liz Carmouche for the title, because I think that I deserve it. I believe that nobody works harder than me in this division or anyone in this world, because this is my heart, this is my life, and my love is martial arts, and I love to fight there, and I love to stand there, and that's also what I'm gonna show everyone, that I'm the one that deserves the win, and I'm the one that deserves the next title fight.
Definitely. Were you surprised that Liz won the fight? Obviously, look, Liz has been around the block. She's fought in the UFC, obviously fought in Bellator for many years. But I suppose a lot of people had, you know, Velasquez to win that fight. But obviously, Liz came out strong. Were you surprised with the outcome?
Yeah, I was not surprised. I was like, okay, oh, she won, you know. And when I saw also that fight, you know, Liz, she has so much experience and so many years in MMA. She really knows what to do. And I think if you look at that fight, it was like close. If it doesn't come to that decision, you see, also she went two times down. So yeah, then Velasquez go with the takedown. You know, it was a really close fight, but Liz was the smarter one and the better one at that night, and that's what you also can see in how the results went. So yeah, I was not really surprised, but I was thinking, okay, that will be my next one.
Definitely, and obviously, look, watching that fight, Denise, you probably looked and said, right, you know what you have to do to beat Juliana, because look, we've seen the split decision. You know, people said you won the fight. We could have said you won the fight. So obviously you looked at it and said, right, I know how to beat Juliana going into that fight, obviously. And then you see Liz winning that fight. So look, asking you right now, you know, you come through your fight next week, which we're expecting you to do. Obviously you have the tools to beat Liz. There's no doubt about it, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it all depends on Bellator, but I think that if I look at the whole division, that I deserve it more than anyone in this division to fight again for the world title. So after my win next week, for sure, I think that Bellator will give me that title shot, because I think I know I deserve this.
Yeah, and it makes sense, Denise. Look, you have a massive fan base. People like to watch you fight. You know what I mean? Big Instagram following. You're the real deal. Obviously, you know what I mean? A very successful kickboxer. You've come into, I suppose, the MMA world, and look, you've shined. So look, it's got to happen. I'm sure Scott's going to make it happen. It makes sense. It's good for business. Maybe it's going to happen in Holland. Obviously, that's something you'd like to do in the near future, fight in Holland. And that'll be something that you will do, no doubt.
Yeah, that will be my ultimate dream, you know. I really cannot wait to let the whole Bellator nation experience Holland, experience Amsterdam, because we have such a lovely country with so many talented fighters. So I can't wait that Bellator comes to Amsterdam and to fight in my hometown and fight, because it's been now, I don't know how long it is. I think 10 years ago or something,
yeah,
that I fought for the last time in Holland. So that's my ultimate dream, to fight for the title, maybe in Holland. So yeah, I just can't wait to do something, and that Bellator comes here in our beautiful home, in my beautiful home country.
And Denise, I've been to Amsterdam, I think 10 times, but it's absolutely crazy that Bellator has not come to Amsterdam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such an appealing city, so hopefully that's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I know that that before the COVID situation, that Bellator was already planning to come to Amsterdam. So I think now it's just a matter of time that that they planning to come to COVID sorry, to come to Amsterdam. So yeah, I think it's just in their schedule, and I don't think that it's going to take very long that they're going to plan a schedule event here in Amsterdam.
Bring it on, bring it on. Now, two quick fan questions, Denise, right? So, buddy Jeffrey here, he's a big fan, right? He wants to know your opinion on this question, right? So, who do you think is the greatest ever Dutch fighter? It could be male or female, but who's the greatest ever Dutch fighter?
The greatest ever, yeah. I have so many great fighters. I of course I'm a fan of my own husband, Hesty Gerges, who also the heavyweight champion. I'm a fan of Richard Rijker. I'm a fan of the last time the women's boxing fight, Katie Taylor against Serrano. I mean, yeah, I think that everyone that step in that cage, step in the ring on their bare foot and like the old gladiator style just fight is someone special, and I really love to watch. That's why I also really love martial arts. It's like my life, from judo, kickboxing to MMA, the whole martial arts I just love. So that's why I don't have someone in particular that I can say, okay, that's the biggest one, because I think that everyone that accomplishes the best version of themselves and show the world how a fighter a woman can be or a man can be, that's already a legacy. That's already the greatest in history. So for me, I don't have like a particular name, but I just love everyone that stand there and fight.
I love that. No, we have one there as well. Obviously, Aaron said, look, how do you see the fight going? I think he's going to put a lot of money on you to win this fight, right? But he basically said, look, do you reckon you're going to win the fight via KO, or are you happy to do the rounds and just do it in clinical style?
No, I for sure, the only thing that I just right know and what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna give my all, and I'm not gonna leave it this time to the judges. So that's the only goal that I have. And if it's gonna be on the ground or with the KO, I'm gonna give everything I have in that cage. So, and I'm gonna leave it also there, because this been the preparation of months. And even with my last fight against Velasquez, that hurt me so much in my heart that I give it all and that the judges didn't saw it in my favor. So this time I want to do everything to not feel that pain again, that I felt on the last couple of months. And I'm going to do everything and a little bit more to give my all to not leave it to the judges. So that's the only thing that I can say.
We respect that, Denise. Listen, it's an absolute honor. The week before fight week, it's a privilege and an honor as always. I will catch you after the fight. And look, we'll see that world title shot coming again soon. So, Denise, thank you very much, Sam. From everyone in Ireland, we have massive respect for you. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview. Good conversation. And likewise. I see you in fight week or maybe after.
You definitely will. You definitely will. Denise, look after yourself. You look great.
Thanks, you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.